welcome you all to the session of rainwater harvesting system. So, at the global level, we face the problem of the water scarcity. So, but on the earth we have the 70% of water. So, 70% water is available on the earth. Then why we are facing the problem of the water scarcity? What are the causes behind that, and what we can do to solve this problem? So in this session our students are going to discuss this. They will provide the probable solutions that are nowadays in the use, but only few people are using the rainwater harvesting system. So we are here to spread more awareness on this water resource management system or rainwater harvesting system. So we are going to start our session. We have so many multiple participants here. So now, who is going to speak now? Ritik Ojha is here. You are from which branch? Okay, all of you are here. There was a disconnection. Okay, so we have multiple participants here. Now who is going to speak on the first turn?
Ma'am, Prashant Chaudhary.
Ma'am, roll number 25 first.
Prashant Chaudhary, 233.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Roll number 25 first.
Okay, roll number 25, Harsh Kumar Yadav from
CS branch.
CSC. Okay. Harsh, what is your roll number, Harsh?
Ma'am, roll number 25. 25, ma'am.
And Prashant, okay, you are from which branch? Okay, 233.
Ma'am,
Yes, chemical engineering.
Okay.
225
Ma'am,
chemical engineering.
Ma'am, 238.
Okay. Now it is the turn of
123.
Harsh Kumar Yadav. Just now the Harsh is going to present. Okay, your presentation start now. Harsh?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, shall I present screen?
Yes. No. This is your slide now. Yes, you just present.
मैम आपका स्क्रीन शेयर नहीं हो रहा है।
Screen is not.
Okay.
मैम आपका स्क्रीन शेयर नहीं हो रहा है।
Just wait. Your presentation start now. This is your slide. Start
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. This is my slide.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am, and my dear friends. Today I am Harsh Kumar Yadav, roll number 25 from CSC branch, going to present my views on the topic rainwater harvesting. First of all, what is rainwater harvesting and why we need it? Rainwater harvesting is the collection and storage of rainwater that runs from roof, parks, roads, open grounds. This water runoff can be either stored or recharged into the groundwater. A rainwater harvesting system consists of the following components. Now I am going to tell you about the components of a rainwater harvesting system. It consists of a catchment. Generally, you can call it a tank where you store your water. A conveyance system that carries the water, like pipes. Pipes will carry the water to the tank. Filter to remove the pollutants and storage tanks. I also have included the diagram of a simple rainwater harvesting system in my PPT, and I request Mamta ma'am to show the next next page of my PPT. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. As you can see, this is a simple diagram of rainwater harvesting system. Rainwater is collected on the roof of your house or your building, and the rainwater is stored in the tank, and the tank is connected to the roof with pipes. The pipes will carry the rainwater to the tank. There are two methods of rainwater harvesting. First is surface runoff harvesting. In this system, the rainwater is present on the grounds. During the rains, will be connected to designated water storage. The flow of small tributaries of rivers or reservoirs is redirected to store the surface runoff. The surface runoff is stored in ponds, tanks, and reservoirs built for this purpose. During the storage of rainwater, efficient and effective water conservative methods are incorporated. Several measures are taken to sustain healthy and hygienic water. And the second method of rainwater harvesting is rooftop rainwater harvesting. Ma'am, I request you to please, yes. This is the slide of surface runoff rainwater harvesting system, and this is the diagram. In this system, the rainwater is collected on the on the grounds, and it is stored in tanks. Second method is rooftop rainwater harvesting system. Rooftop rainwater harvesting method can be adopted in individual homes or schools where the rainwater is captured from the roof catchment of domestic houses or commercial buildings, diverts and stored in the tanks. Harvested rainwater can either be stored in a tank or diverted to an official recharge system to meet daily needs such as flushing toilets, washing machines, vehicles, gardens, showers, sinks and baths. This is installed in the following places. You can install it in your home, school, college, apartment, flats, story buildings, industries, factories, mills. And this water can be also used in swimming pools where we need a large amount of water, and it can also be installed in stadiums. Now I am going to tell you about the components of the rooftop rainwater harvesting system. What are the components of rooftop rainwater harvesting system? First is catchment. The catchment of the rainwater harvesting system is the surface area that receives the direct rainfall and contributes rainwater to the harvesting system. It can be a terrace, the roof, flat roof, stone roof or sloping roof, courtyard or paved or unpaved open ground. And the second is transportation. Transportation of rainwater from the rooftop is carried to the harvesting system from water pipes or drains. Mouth of each drain should be surmounted by wire mesh to restrict floating material. Water pipes must be UV resistant to the desired capacity. And the third is filter. The filter is used to filter the rainwater because rainwater contains many pollutants. To filter the pollutants, we use the filters. You can use filter papers installed in the you can put filter papers in the pipes to filter the rainwater. Filters are used for removing turbidity, color and microorganisms from water. Gravel, sand and mesh filters are designed to place on top of the storage tank. Its function is to remove slate, dust, leaves and other organic matter from entering the storage tank. In this way, you can install the rainwater harvesting system in your homes, houses and your educational institutions and can save water to meet the water demands That's all, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, why filters are used? This is used to check the contamination
Ma'am,
of sewer
yes,
water
ma'am.
or sewer drainage.
Yes, ma'am.
Because I think rainwater
Yes, ma'am.
is also the pure water that can be used to drink or
No,
other purposes.
ma'am. First of all, ma'am, maybe rainwater is pure, but our roof may contain pollutants, like it may contain dust, it may contain some other type of type of thing that may contaminate water and make it pollute it.
Yes, we also need to say what is the source of where we are saving this water, rainwater. Like on the ground, if we are saving on the ground, it should
Ma'am,
not be mixed with
yes,
the.
ma'am, we can, ma'am, in our home, yes. Ma'am, in our home, we can build underground tanks
Yes,
where
then
we
we
can
need the filter.
save rainwater. Ma'am, ma'am, I also want to add one thing that at present, in my own home, I have rainwater harvesting system. We have built a underground tank. We have built an underground tank
It is very good.
to save rainwater.
Okay. So I think for the underground water, filters are necessary so that it cannot be mixed with the sewer water or other type of water.
Yes, yes,
Filter is important.
yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Prashant want to give the presentation. Prashant from chemical.
मैम मेरा ले लीजिए, मुझे कल कहीं जाना है मैम, यात्रा पे।
Okay. What is your roll number?
मैम 239।
मैम यहाँ पे है नहीं 233।
Yes, yes. In which branch? 239?
मैम
यस मैम 239 केमिकल।
Chemical. 239 is not, I think, it is not here. 239.
मैम 238।
मैम फिर मैं स्क्रीन शेयर कर दे रहा हूँ अपना।
225 ले लिए।
मैम
मैम,
233 मैम मैं स्क्रीन शेयर कर देता हूँ। मैम
1 minute.
मैम
1
रोल नंबर
minute.
45।
Actually, 239.
मैम 39 ले लीजिए, कल मुझे कहीं जाना पड़ जाएगा तो
Okay. Amish, who want to give now presentation? Who want to give?
मैम 233
239.
प्रशांत चौबे।
233.
मैम स्क्रीन शेयर करके दे देता हूँ मैम आपको, वो भेज दूंगा पीपीटी दोबारा मैं।
No, from which
39
branch you are?
presentation लेके
233. Prashant Chobe.
मैम केमिकल इंजीनियरिंग।
Okay.
Ma'am, after Prashant, should I start the presentation?
Okay.
मैम मेरा ले लीजिए, कल मैं राउंड
225
में।
after Prashant I will start 225.
मैम आई विल शेयर द स्क्रीन। मैम
Okay,
दिख
just
नहीं
share
रहा।
your screen. It is not here.
थैंक यू मैम, थैंक यू मैम।
I think it is here, but you have not
Ma'am.
written your roll number, huh?
प्रशांत प्रशांत
Please
अबे
stop.
रुक, प्रशांत रुक जाओ भाई, मुझे कल जाना है कहीं, तो रुक जाओ तुम 2 मिनट के लिए।
अभी 2 मिनट में हो जाएगा, छोटा सा ही है बस भाई।
चलो ठीक है दे दो।
Kamran.
मैम आप स्क्रीन शेयर स्टॉप कर दीजिए प्लीज।
Yes ma'am, Kamran is here. Yes ma'am.
Okay.
मैम प्लीज स्टॉप।
Okay, मुझे okay.
थैंक यू मैम।
Okay.
Good evening, whether or not present here. This is Prashant from Chemical Engineering Second Year Department. I am here to present my view on rainwater harvesting.
We are not able to see your
Before
slide.
begin-
Huh?
Before begin my presentation, I am grateful and thank to Mamta ma'am and all with hand participation of person to conduct this seminar. This is a great initiative by our university and UBS department. Prevent it from the running off on the roads, on the street, and on the sewage. To prevent it, because freshwater source is very low, about less than 2% of total water is only freshwater. So uh, save the rainwater sources will help us for sustainable sustainable uh, development of we can say that to save the groundwater. Throwing light on the history of rainwater harvesting, there is a many origin evidences of rainwater harvesting. Some says it originated from China, and some conclude it grew in Roman Empire, one of the most diverse and collective architecture empire in late first century. Not only the history and depiction, but our government also take initiative regularly to encourage citizens about rainwater harvesting. Take initiative to promote rainwater harvesting. Our central government passes a scheme called Jal Shakti Abhiyan, and this way, in where the volunteers in schools and societies enlighten the citizens for rainwater harvesting. And in the starting of 21st century, 2001, Tamil Nadu government take a remarkable decision to stop groundwater depletion and become a first state to make rainwater harvesting mandatory for all the buildings. These are some initiatives taken by Government of India about rainwater harvesting. Whereas the other world forum,
What are you doing?
काहे भैया के समस्या बा? हाँ? And become a first state in starting of 21st century 2001, Tamil Nadu government take a remarkable decision to stop groundwater depletion and become the first state to make rainwater harvesting mandatory for all the buildings. These are the some initiatives taken by Indian government, central as well as state, where the other forum, world forum like United Nations environmental program, take regular decisions on rainwater harvesting. This is the very simple method. In this, generally, the roof of house act as a water collector. Then through pipes, water stored in a tank or a container, and this can be used for our daily uses. Advantage of rainwater harvesting: reduces water consumption. Harvested water will collected and automatically will be used for the various systems such as toilet, flushing, outside tap, etc. Quick and easy to install, save other charges like electric and water charges. And at the last, it's all we get water supply from one supplier. It can be used for drinking too when we filter it in a little manner, and it can be used for toilets and other places. The most important thing about the rainwater harvesting system, to install a rainwater harvesting system is to know about the rainfall of that area. Rainfall is a most important part to decide the efficiency and the use of water harvesting plant. Thank you. Thank you.
Ma'am, can I start the presentation?
मैम मैंने आपको पहले बोला
PPT is present.
मैम रुक जाओ मैम 239 में मैम 239 तक बोल रहा हूँ
Ma'am, please take
मैम
first of
239
Ma'am, 239 here.
Ma'am, 2:30 where? Can I start the presentation?
Ma'am,
Somebody was telling to present, no?
मैम 239 ले लीजिए ट्रेन है सर
First take of police 239. After that,
Just
Kamran
present your
225.
screen. Who want to present?
ओके मैम 223
Start.
Ma'am, share screen.
Prashansha, you just wait for some time. Okay?
Okay.
Somebody was telling to present. Okay.
Ma'am, the screen is visible to you.
Okay, just increase your size. Just zoom it.
Good evening, ma'am. My name is Puneet Mishra, and I am from Chemical Engineering Branch, UIT CSGMU. Roll number is 239. My topic is Rainwater Harvesting System. I would like to thank you for giving me this opportunity to present this seminar on Rainwater Harvesting System. Rainwater Harvesting System technology is used for collecting and storing rainwater for human use from rooftop, land, surface or rock catchment. One of the world's most important ancient water supply technique practiced more than 4,000 years ago is beginning to enjoy its popularity. Rainwater is an important water source in many areas with significant rainfall by lacking any kind of conventional centralized supply system. There is a photograph I have attached in this PPT that it resembles Sri Lanka. The rainwater harvesting system of Sri Lanka, you can see it. Then rainwater is also a good option in areas where good quality fresh surface water or groundwater is lacking. It could be used as a supplement to pipe water, example for toilet flushing, washing and gardening spraying. RWH is a decentralized environmentally sound solution which can avoid many environmental problems often caused in centralized conventional large-scale water supply projects. Type of rainwater harvesting systems. There are various types of rainwater harvesting systems. First is roof catchment and ground catchments, rock catchments, collection of storm water in urbanized catchment for recharge. Typical domestic rainwater harvesting system. I have attached a photograph. You can see it like in the PPT. So, use of harvested rainwater, non-potable purpose, mainly in urban areas for gardening, flushing water and clothes. Potable water for ensuring quality, mainly in rural and pre-urban areas. A small-scale rainwater harvesting system and uses. So, rainwater harvesting system is basically a technique to store rainwater for use of different kinds. It is very economical, and since we are lacking water in this contemporary time, so rainwater harvesting system is a very good alternative for managing water as a resource in deserts and the water scarce areas. This is all my presentation. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Please open my PPT 225.
Would you like to ask any question?
This is not the way, na? You should
Ma'am,
learn some
261.
manners, na?
Because
Why-
my turn, I have given Puneet to attend it. He has to catch train.
I'm
That's why I
providing you
allow
a good
Puneet.
platform, but you should follow the manners. Okay. I think I'm taking. Now, who want to present?
Ma'am.
Yes. Who want to present now?
Ma'am.
25 Kamran.
Muhammad
Because my
Arif.
turn, I have given
Kamran is
Puneet. He has
presenting.
to catch train.
Arif is from.
Ma'am, Kamran is presenting the presentation.
मैम या फिर तो मैम एक ही ब्रांच
Please
का
open
ले
my
लीजिए मैम.
PPT.
Yes, ये Mohammad Arif is from which branch?
Ma'am, chemical branch 2 to 6, Muhammad Arif.
Just wait. I am presenting the PPT. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Just stop your screen. Stop presenting.
मैम प्रेजेंटेशन कल भी दे सकते हैं ना?
हाँ, दे सकते हैं.
मैम मेरा हो गया 239 प्रेजेंटेशन. मैं लीव कर सकता हूँ अब.
वैसे तो आपको अपने साथ वालों के अटेंड करने चाहिए.
ओके मैम, अटेंड कर रहा हूँ.
अभी केमिकल से अलग कोई इलेक्ट्रॉनिक से है तो कोई दे सकता है. इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स.
मैम केमिकल का ही ले लीजिए.
chemical.
केमिकल मैं ले लीजिए केमिकल के हैं
ऋतिक बोल रहे थे, ऋतिक ओझा, यू कैन प्रेजेंट.
10 बजे तक हो जाएगा आज।
ऋतिक ओझा
सीएससी का कल होगा क्या मैम?
प्रेजेंट करेंगे. हाँ,
सीएससी वालों का कब होगा?
केमिकल का चल रहा था तो मैम केमिकल का ही ले लीजिए पहले.
मैम केमिकल का कंप्लीट
कब होगा? ठीक है मैम, कल ले लीजिएगा सीएससी वालों का.
नहीं मैम आज ही ले लीजिए.
होगा, अभी हो रहा है.
आज ही ले लीजिए
आप लोग
मैम अल्टरनेट.
you don't want to listen the other seminar, huh? You just want to give your seminar. Others are also important, huh?
मैम तो सीएससी वालों का कब होगा? 10 बजे तक
But you are wasting.
आज ही होगा.
आप में से
मैम सुबह से बैठे हैं.
Just Garima is here.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I am presenting my screen
Garima Dikshit.
because I don't want to waste the time. Actually, I send you the presentation in the group. So in the groups you could have done this, but you didn't do.
Garima is not there. Garima Dikshit is there.
Garima is here.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you can present now. Time start. Just hurry up.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am, and my dearest, and today I am present on seminar on rainwater harvesting and management of water sources. I am Garima from chemical branch, second year, and my topic harvesting and introduction. Rainwater harvesting is the collection and storage of rain rather than allowing it to run off. Rainwater is collected from a roof-like surface or from ground and redirected to a tank or deep pit and Ma'am, please back. Yes, ma'am. Rainwater harvesting is unrestricted from any kind of impurity with less storage cost and no maintenance cost induced except for periodical cleaning. And now, need of rainwater harvesting. Why? Ma'am, please. Yes, ma'am. To meet the increasing demand of water, as the population increase, so the demand of water is also increased. That's why we have to need of water harvest. And it can be harvested by reduce the runoff, reduce soil erosion, improve groundwater to increase agriculture production. And we have two methods of water harvesting: surface runoff and other is roof water and surface runoff. It is a method of collecting rainwater flowing along the ground during the rains. Will be collected to a tank below the surface of the ground for irrigation and other purpose. In urban areas, this method is followed very well because the water is collected on roads, roof. Yes, ma'am, this is completed. Rooftop rainwater harvesting. In rooftop rainwater harvesting, the roof becomes the catchment and rainwater is collected from the roof of the house building. It can either be stored in a tank or directed to an artificial recharge system. This method is less expensive and very useful, and if implemented correctly helps in augmented the groundwater level of the area. Now, advantages and disadvantages of water harvesting. Advantages of water harvesting: reduce water storage, prevent flooding, reduces soil erosion, improve quality of water, increase the groundwater table and quality, help in reducing water and electricity bills, low maintenance cost and easy to maintain. And disadvantages of water harvesting. Next PPT. Initial high cost. Initial high cost because we buy a pipe and labor, so the initial cost is high for water harvesting. Regular maintenance is required to prevent the impurities that comes from the top and from roads. Storage limit, unpredictable rainfall. If not installed correctly, it may cause waterborne diseases like malaria, typhoid, etc. Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am, please open my PPT
Ma'am,
225.
Okay.
232.
Something, water harvesting system.
मैम एक क्वेश्चन है
How it
मैम.
is useful? Yes, you can ask.
मैम रोल नंबर 56.
मैम
रोल नंबर 55.
Related to this topic, you can ask the question. Okay. Anybody has the question? Everybody has to ask.
हम लोग सबके टाइम पे हैं
किसी को कोई
तो
क्वेश्चन
हमारे
पूछना है
टाइम
तो
में
पूछ सकते हैं.
भी सब रैंक.
Okay, what you can do, Garima, in the future for the development of water resource, the method of the water resource management, because rainwater harvesting system is one of the water resource management system. Is there any other method? Can you suggest?
Yes, ma'am. In village, we dig a pit in which we stored our water for agriculture and irrigation. This was very helpful for in future, because in rural areas the water is very insufficient for agriculture.
Okay.
In urban areas, the water is easy to use, and we use of motors, so the water is very waste in the urban areas. But in rural areas, we draw the water through the hand pumps and from wells.
Now is it over?
Yes, ma'am.
मैम रोल नंबर 55.
Ma'am 232.
मैम रोल नंबर 25.
ऐसे कैसे होगा?
मैम सीएम का रोल
रोल नंबर
नंबर
67 मैम.
जिसकी
Ma'am chemical plants 232.
अल्टरनेट सिखाइए ना मैम.
किसका है? कुणाल सिंह मौर्य अभी है? यस.
मैम 1 सेकंड.
और सीएससी का आज होगा मैम या नहीं होगा?
हेलो एवरीवन, माय नेम इज
यस कुणाल सिंह मौर्य.
yes ma'am. Hello everyone, my name is Kunal Singh Moria. Now I am sharing my now I am giving a presentation on the topic of rainwater harvesting. First of all, what is rainwater harvesting? Rainwater harvesting is a collection and storage of rain. Rainwater is a collection of a rooftop surface from the ground and redirected in a tank, deep put into the stand and for future uses and for rearranging the groundwater take. Rainwater harvesting is unrestricted from any kind of impurities and stored in a dig or wells or etc. Then we know what is the need of rainwater harvesting. The need of it is to increase the demand of water. As we know, we increase the demand of water and to arrest the desire of a groundwater, to reduce the rooftop, to reduce the soil erosion, to improve groundwater quality and to increase the agriculture production. Then what is the advantage of rainwater harvesting? Advantage of rainwater harvesting: to reduce the water storage, prevent floating, reduce the soil erosion, improve the quality of water, increase the groundwater and tank and quality, help to increase the water and electricity bills, migrating from the effect of drought and low maintenance case and environmental eco-friendly, easy to maintain. Then we know about what is the disadvantage of rainwater harvesting. For unpredictable rainfall, initially high cost, regular maintenance, storage limit if we need to install correctly, and to attract the mosquitoes and other things. Then there are different kinds of rainwater methods to collect rainwater harvesting. I am saying about only two methods. First is surface runoff, and second is roof rainwater harvesting. Surface rainwater harvesting in urban areas, rainwater is slow and surface runoff. The runoff could be catch and used to recharging the qualifiers by adopting the appropriate method. Second is roof rainwater harvesting. It is a system to catching the rainwater where it falls in rooftop harvesting. The roof becomes the catchment and the rainwater is collected from the roof of house building. This method is less expensive and very effective. Then we know about what is the components used in rainwater harvesting. First is catchment area, transportation area, first flash, storage system, delivery system, and filter system. Catchment area, the surface receive in the rainfall directly. Rainwater harvesting system. It may be terrace, courtyard, etc. Then we tell about transportation. Rainwater from rooftops should be cleared through the down take water pipes, drains, storage harvesting system. Water pipes should not be UV resistance or required for capacity. Then we know about first flush. क्या होता है? First flush is a device used to flush off the water received in the first shower. The first shower is rain needed to the flush off and avoid the containments rechargeable water in a probable containments of atmosphere and catchment of rooftop. Then we know about storage system. All collected rainwater are stored in a tank or barrels used. Delivery system. Next one is delivery system. It is a system to deliver water for usage. There are uses of pumps take out water from tanks and deliver many purpose. Water system delivery, there are many methods. Then we tell about filtration system. Filters are used to treatment of water of effective remove turbidity, colors, and microorganisms. After the flushing, the rainfall water should pass through the filter. There are different types of filters in a practice, but basic function is to purify water. Then sand gravels filters. They are commonly used in filters construction by bricks, masonries, and filtrated and pebbles, gravels, and sand shown in a figure. Each layer should be separated by wire mesh. Then charcoal filter. Charcoal filter can be made in a soot or in a drum. Pebbles, gravel, sand, charcoals are shown in a figure and should be filled in a drum or chamber. Each layer should be separated in a wire mesh and thin layers of charcoal used in the absorption of it. Next example, जैसे first of all in Tamil Nadu, rainwater harvesting was made in compulsory in every building to avoid groundwater depletion. In Rajasthan, rainwater harvesting has traditionally been practiced by the people of the third desert. At a present, in Pune, Maharashtra, rainwater harvesting is compulsory for new society to be restricted. Reference. Oh, thank you, ma'am. Now I'm.
मैम रोल नंबर 55 ले लीजिए.
Kunal Singh Maurya from chemical.
मैम रोल नंबर 252.
I'm 232.
मैम विकास कुमार सिंह.
मैम 55. मैम रोल नंबर 56 मैं तब से वेट कर रहे हैं.
मैम रोल नंबर 252.
अभी सिर्फ केमिकल वालों का होगा.
No, it is not like that.
तुम्हें बोलना जरूरी है. हम पूछ रहे हैं ना.
ही नहीं रहा है तो क्या बताऊं.
Now, anybody want to present the screen?
मैम रोल नंबर 55.
232.
232.
मैम 261 विकास कुमार सिंह.
मैम रोल नंबर 252.
252.
मैम रोल नंबर 3 CSE में.
232 chemical branch.
मैम 261 विकास.
मैम
मैम सीएससी का ले लीजिए थोड़ा.
वालों का कब होगा मैम.
Okay. Who is from the CSC?
Slide store करें.
अभी ये कंटिन्यू होगा.
मैम रोल नंबर 56
CSC से. CSC से किसको आना
मैम
है?
रोल नंबर 56. मैम रोल नंबर 52.
रोल नंबर केमिकल
रोल
ब्रांच.
नंबर
मैम रोल
47 है.
Roll number 4.
232. Presentation rainwater harvesting.
नहीं नहीं.
Last.
मैम
एक में
56
roll number 232 from which branch?
Ma'am, chemical branch.
Chemical.
Ma'am, my slide name is presentation rainwater
मैम
harvesting.
नहीं नहीं. Why you have named like that ना? You people are getting so many problems है ना. तो
मैम विकास कुमार सिंह केमिकल ब्रांच
है ना.
CSC.
Proper name है ना. You didn't name of the file. You didn't name the file.
मैम हमने
So
किया
that I
है.
can access the
Presentation
proper
name is presentation rainwater harvesting.
मैम विकास कुमार सिंह केमिकल ब्रांच CSC.
presentation. It is written. I have saved on the file.
2, 3, 1 you have not added,
This
ma'am.
has wasted so many times. So this is your file.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, just present it.
Ma'am, may I start the presentation?
You can start, but while you are submitting the file, you should remember what is the instruction. You should give the proper name to the file.
Okay,
Actually,
ma'am.
this has wasted so many times, during the day. So,
Ma'am,
So, may I start the
all the
presentation?
papers should, all the students should rename your file with the roll number and topic. But you have not done that properly. This was the great problem. Like, just present now.
Okay. Hello, everyone.
You do the, what is the problem?
Please change the slide.
Okay.
Rainwater.
You should start your presentation now. While you're looking
Yes,
for
ma'am.
the slides.
Okay.
You're ready?
Rainwater harvesting and management of water resources. Rainwater harvesting is the capturing of rain from rooftop catchments, local streams, seasonal food, water, and watershed management to conserve water to provide drinking water and groundwater recharge. Rainwater, like any other renewable resources, need to be sustainable because with human activity, the regular hydrological cycle is affected by climate change. Ma'am, please change the slide. Yeah, there are 5 processes at work in the hydrological cycle. Number 1, condensation. Number 2, precipitation. Number 3, infiltration. Number 4, runoff. And number 5, evapotranspiration. The hydrological cycle, water cycle is, ma'am, please change the slide. Yeah. Precipitation is a product of condensation of atmospheric water vapor and fall under gravity to the land surface as rain and infiltrates the soil or flow to the ocean as runoff or surface water evaporate returning moisture to the atmosphere while vegetation return water to the atmosphere by transportation. The rainwater harvesting is a promising alternative infrastructure in the immense of increasing water scarcity and escalating demand for water supply. It maximizes water efficiency by capturing it and minimize the increase in environmental impact for a large project in which the pressure on water supply occurs. The term rainwater harvesting system as a technology used to collect convey rain for future use from relatively clean surface such as roof, land, surface or rock catchment and store it. Management of water resources. We are using different types of a technology to start the water. There are several
To
rainwater
store the water.
harvesting. Huh?
What are you telling? You just reading the slide, but read it properly. Store the water. Okay. Yes. Carry on.
Store the water. There are several rainwater harvesting technologies such as rooftop, surface water, and groundwater recharge. Rooftop Rooftop rainwater harvesting is the type of a technology which promotes sustainable rainwater management and use the roof as a catchment. The system carry of 3 basic elements such as catchment area, conveyance system, and storage. Rainwater is a resource as a result of the hydrologic cycle. Humans need water for various use such as drinking water, bathing, cleaning, cooking, and several high quality drinking water sources. It is used as a utility water to reduce the potable water consumptions and minimize the volume of generated water waste that can be utilized for groundwater recharge. Thank you.
Okay, can you suggest any development to this method? What do you think? How can you use your present education for the development of this method?
Yeah, rainwater harvesting is that method to store water as long time of period, and it is easily usable and sustainable to develop different types of tank to store water for several works.
Okay.
मैम रोल नंबर 55 प्रेजेंट करें।
मैम रोल नंबर 231 मैम प्रकर वाजपेयी पीपीटी मैम इट वाज 232 सो
रोल नंबर 56
मैम स्क्रीन शेयर कर रहे हैं मैम।
Roll number 222.
रोल नंबर 231
शेयर करो
रोल नंबर
231 226 मैम मोहम्मद 231
231 from which branch?
केमिकल इंजीनियरिंग।
No, तो one by one we can take ना. Roll number 223 हो गया. It has been
232 also has been done ma'am 231 is left you moved ahead
Roll number 226 मोहम्मद आरिफ is here. हो गया.
yes ma'am
मोहम्मद आरिफ
को प्रेजेंट कर रहा।
Just let me finish the
मैम कैन आई स्टार्ट?
मैम श्वेता सोनी 251.
मैम मोहम्मद आरिफ 226 मैं स्टार्ट।
शिवम पांडे
225 कामरान।
मैम कैन आई स्टार्ट?
अभी क्या है कि हम लोग केमिकल का कर लेते हैं फिर हम आ जाए सीएससी पे। क्यों?
मैम
yes ma'am since morning CSE is only being done since morning we are sitting CSE is only being done still they are not finished with it
नहीं तो सुनना भी तो चाहिए ना. We should listen.
Ma'am, we are listening.
केमिकल का मैम चल रहा है तो केमिकल का कर लीजिए फिर।
with chemical also, no? CS is not as if they are the first in the roll number wise, so they will everything first will be done. Hey, you are no one to tell us, Shivam Pandey. You are no one to tell us whether we are speaking more or less. When chemical branch presentation is being done, let ma'am do for that one only. Why are you interrupting CS now?
I am not giving any preference to anybody. I am just if we will take the presentation one by one, then nobody will be left and how I will count.
यस मैम सही है, अगर चल रहा है वो कर लीजिए फिर कर लीजिएगा लाइन से, कोई दिक्कत नहीं।
Okay.
हम लाइन से चलेंगे।
Okay. Now the present Kunal Singh Maurya it has been done.
मैम तो हमें एक पर्टिकुलर टाइम दे दीजिए सीएससी वालों को और इसी वालों को।
मैम बताना चाहिए ना आपको मैम पहले से ही पूरे दिन भर
यस मैम ये तो आप बता दीजिए।
मैम केमिकल वालों का कब तक हो जाएगा, हम एक पर्टिकुलर टाइम दे दीजिए फिर हम ज्वाइन कर लेंगे।
Presentation में सबको present रहना चाहिए ना. You should see. You should watch. Mohammad Arif is here.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now you present.
Yes, ma'am.
Actually, you are supposed to be here. Na? You should listen the presentation of your batchmates also.
May I start?
Yes.
Ma'am, here is Muhammad Arif. I am from chemical branch. I am here to present about rainwater harvesting and management of water resources. The term rainwater harvesting is usually taken to mean the immediate collection of rainwater running off surface upon which it has fallen directly. This excludes runoff from land watersheds into streams, rivers, lakes, etc. Methods of rainwater harvesting. Surface runoff harvesting. It is a method in which rainwater flowing as surface runoff is caught and used for recharging aquifers by adopting appropriate methods. Rooftop rainwater harvesting. In rooftop harvesting, the roof becomes the catchment and the rainwater is collected from the roof of the house building. It can either be stored in a tank or diverted to artificial recharge system. Technique: storage of rainwater on surface for future use. The storage of rainwater on surface is a traditional technique and a structure used for underground tanks, ponds, checks, dams, weirs, etc. Advantage of rainwater harvesting: reduces runoff which chokes drains and avoids flooding of roads, provides self-sufficiency to water supply and to supplement domestic water requirement during summer and drought conditions. Disadvantage of rainwater harvesting: catchment surfaces and gutting structures unless they are cleaned, flushed before use. Poorly constructed water jars containers can suffer from algal growth and invasion by insects, lizards, and rodents. They can act as a breeding ground for disease vectors if they are not properly maintained. Management of water resources. Water resources management is the activity of planning, developing, distributing, and managing the optimum use of water resources. It is an aspect of water cycle management. Distillation, canals, tanks, dairies, etc. must be desilted regularly during the summer months. People should be encouraged to revive the ancient practice of protecting trees around tanks. Major rivers were sanctified and groves were established around villages and on the river banks. Afforestation of barren hilly slopes on a wire footing should be carried out. Trees withstand drought better than crops. They checked dust, replenish streams, provide shade to cattle and men, and give fodder for cattle. Ponds and tanks, creation of small reservoirs and percolation tanks to hold runoff water must be implemented and maintained well. Contour plowing and planting of grasses and trees take runoff water and increase the soil's capacity to retain moisture. Green manuring, mulching the soil. Without drip irrigation is most suited for closely spaced row crops like vegetables, cotton, sugarcane, harvesting rainwater. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, what do you suggest for the development of more water resource management method?
And ponds and tanks are most valuable. Creation of small reservoirs and percolation tanks to hold runoff water must be implemented and maintained well. Hello.
Next participant is
25 Kamran.
Kamram. It is Priyam Pandey. Priyam Pandey is here.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you just present now. Kamran, what is your roll number?
225.
Okay. I have opened your file. Just give it, है ना? अभी कौन देगा? प्रियम आप देंगे पहले?
Okay, ma'am.
दे देता हूँ पहले.
कामरान आपको देना है, ठीक है? Just present it. Okay. You telling है ना? मुझे लगता है on the first time you were telling. Okay. Start your presentation, Kamran.
Okay, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am and my dear friend. Today I am going to express my views on topic rainwater harvesting and management of water resource. The management of water resource is the most important, as it is said by Dr. Sylvia Ull, no water, no life. Rainwater harvesting is one of the simplest and oldest method of self-supply of water for household, having been used in India and other countries. For many thousands of years, installation can be designed for different scales, including households, neighborhood, and communities can also be designed to serve institutions such as school, hospital, and other public facilities. The combination of urban green rooftops with rainwater catchments have been found to reduce building temperature by more than 13 degrees Celsius. Rainwater harvesting in conjunction with urban agriculture would be a viable way to help meet the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Uses of rainwater recharges underground water, gardening, livestock, drinking purposes for irrigation purpose. Advantages of rainwater harvesting technologies are simple to install and operate. Local people can be easily trained to implement such technologies, and construction material are also readily available. How we can harvest rainwater? Broadly, there are two ways harvesting rainwater: surface roof runoff harvesting and rooftop rainwater harvesting. Rooftop rainwater harvesting, it is a system of catching rainwater where it falls. In rooftop harvesting, the roof becomes the catchment and the rainwater is collected from the roof of the house building. This method is less expensive and very effective. The transportation of rainwater from a rooftop should be carried through downtake water pipes or drain to storage or harvesting system, water pipe should be UV resistant of required capacity. Management of water resource provide the independent water supply during regional water restriction and in developed countries. 2 is often used to supplement the main supply. It provides water when a drought occurs, can help mitigate flooding of low-lying area and reduces demands on well, which may enable groundwater level to be sustained. Rainwater harvesting increases the availability of water during the dry season. Thank you.
Okay, what do you suggest, Kamran, for the future development of this method?
Future development, we should give more importance to the management of water resource, like collecting rainwater and storing, not polluting the water, treating the waste before dumping.
Okay. Next participant, Priyam Pandey. Present.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. First, let me thank you all of this coming today. Ma'am, can you present the presentation?
Yes, present. Just start it now, no? Don't waste time.
Good evening, ma'am. My name is Prem Pandey. I am from Chemical Branch. My topic is rainwater harvesting. It's hard to believe without water we are not survive. We use in various way to cook waters. How no waste drop of the water to conversing water of further use. We can use rainwater harvest is the one of the harvesting water. Harvesting of water is the simple process or technology. Yes,
Can you raise your voice?
Okay, ma'am. Is that clear, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay. Rainwater harvesting is the simple process or technology used to conserve water by collecting, storing, and purifying rainwater that turns off the roof, park, and other for the later use. We rain harvester, one of the best method to the precious for the following is surface and rooftop harvesting. I have seen shown in my presentation some of the example. Sigiriya, Sri Lanka, that ancient was using rainwater harvesting in their methods. So limitations are initially cost, maybe prevent family from the installing rainwater harvesting system and other.
Okay.
Thank you.
What is this image? Caesarea, Sri Lanka. This reservoir cut into the rock was used.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, this example from where you have taken? Okay, this side.
Ma'am, I have given the site in page number 6.
Okay, what is the use of this reservoir? Why it has been used?
What, ma'am?
What was the purpose of this reservoir? How it was designed? Do you have any information how it has been designed? You have placed the
Yes, ma'am.
picture.
For common use like washing, bathing of buffalo and people's.
What was the designing? What is this? what is this? What we are seeing?
Ma'am, this is the reservoir raw. Ma'am, it's
at the roof. On the roof we can see, no, there is a.
Ma'am, it's a rock.
Harvesting system.
Like yes, ma'am.
It is looking.
Yes.